Good morning. I guess that's the camera spot. Yeah, everybody paints that rock right there. How's everybody doing? So, stable diffusion. Today we're going to talk about stable diffusion. But actually, we're going to talk about that a little bit. But I'm stretching right now. But the reason I'm getting off to a late start is because I coded out the issues that I was having with my local instance of stable diffusion. And I like the power that it gives me and the freedom that it gives me to create images however I want. And I'm fortunate enough to have a powerful enough computer that I can not only have the processing speed. I've got 8 cores. I've got 4 dual core processors, but also the RAM, and also most importantly the video card, the power, video processing power. And that's what you really need to run stable diffusion very effectively. But no matter how powerful your machine is, artificial intelligence is resource intensive. So I'm trying to do something that's one of the most valuable things that you can do, and that is to train a network, I guess you could say, a network resource for stable diffusion, and a model, right? Training a model, a network model, which means that once it's trained, then all I have to do, I'm training it on my face. I'm training it on just 10 images of my face, taking roughly about the same time, 5 with hair, 5 without hair, and very close, 512 by 512. You know, I know how to set it up for training. But even with just 10 images, which is like the bare minimum that you should use to train stable diffusion, even with just those beginning 10 images, it's an all-day process to train. It takes the computer an all-day process. It's best that I leave the box to itself, leave stable diffusion to itself, and let it go ahead and train my face. It's not the first time I've done it. The image that I posted this morning, what you see right below this video if you're on Facebook, is the product of a trained, a trained network model that I created for stable diffusion. So it looks kind of like me, right? It's kind of recognizable, right? But that was just playing around. That was a trial, and even that took a long time to train. So now here we are, giving it an opportunity to train just 10 serious images of me. And the next time I set it up to train is going to have to be when I go out of town, when I leave for a trip, and because it'll either take overnight or several days to process, depending on how many images you're training it on. Pro tip, use an even number of images, okay? Use an even number of images or it'll get stuck in a loop. So you don't want that to happen, because it's very resource and time intensive. So you hate to set it up and then waiting, hours and hours and hours go by, and then you find out that you got crap, or that it didn't actually train or record any data from the source images that you fed it. But, you know. But there are a lot of upgrades and a lot of modules that you can add on to Stable Diffusion right now. It's becoming more responsive to for video, for creating video, as well as still images. As you can see, I like using AI for creating my thumbnails, but now instead of just having a handsome Creole bodybuilder surrounded by women, now I can actually use my own avatar. I can use my own face on my thumbnails and on a lot of images generated by AI. So I guess that's all I had to say. We already know what stretching is. We already know what 5 miles are. We already know what time it is. What is it? A little after 10, something like that. And we already know that it's time to run. So this is the Peak Performance Protocol. And I'm heading on up Mount Baldy. Stay kind, stay blessed, stay healthy. And I will see you guys when I get to the top. Peace.